As in the world of people, among animals there are different parents. Some forget about their children as soon as they are born, replacing the quality of care with the number of offspring. Someone will still survive. And there are those who tenderly care for babies until they become adults and can begin an independent life. Who can be considered the most caring parents in the animal world? Let's find out. By the way, subscribe to the channel and express your opinion in the comments. Elephants. The female elephant bears a cub for 22 months. A newborn baby elephant weighs about 100 kilograms but is blind and completely helpless. The mother elephant takes care of him until he is 2 years old, until he grows up and becomes an adult young elephant. All the females of the herd help her to do this. Each is ready to look after the baby regardless of family ties. Orangutan. The female orangutan gives birth to a cub about once every 8 years and takes care of him for the first 5 to 6 years, not parting with the baby literally for a minute. This is an absolute record among mammals, not counting humans of course. Interestingly, while young males themselves strive for independence, females can stay with their mother even longer, adopting her life experience. Penguins. These are the most selfless fathers of the animal world. After laying an egg, the female penguin goes to sea to eat and recuperate for as long as 2 months. The male sits still all this time warming the eggs, which he hides in a special fold between his legs. Until the penguin is born, the father does not leave the nest, does not eat, and practically does not move. Given that the temperature in Antarctica in summer is from -25 to -45 degrees Celsius and in winter from -60 to -70, this is a real feat in the name of posterity. The penguin colony even has a nursery for chicks, so after the babies are born, the parents can go out to find food together. Returning, they regurgitate food and feed the babies while unmistakably finding their own child in the crowd of squeaking penguins. Well, isn't that amazing?
Does anyone even know where we're marching to?
Who cares?
I question nothing.
Me too.
Me too.
Alligators. Looking at these animals, it is extremely difficult to imagine them as gentle and caring parents. And yet it is so. Unlike the much less aggressive and prettier turtles, which simply bury their eggs in warm sand and walk away, the female alligator builds a nest and maintains a constant temperature in it due to the heat generated by rotting leaves. If the temperature is around 30 degrees Celsius, females will hatch from the eggs. But if it is above 34, then males will be born. So the alligator, unlike us, can program the gender of its children, however only all at once. The incubation period lasts 2 months. After the little alligators are born, the mother gently carries them in her mouth into the water. Then she continues to take care of them for another year, protecting and teaching the subtleties of hunting. Gastric-brooding frog. At first, scientists called this frog a cannibal because they saw how it swallows its eggs and they decided that it was eating offspring. However, it is not so. For 7 to 8 weeks, the frog bears children in the stomach, as in an incubator. At the same time, the secretion of gastric juice completely stops, and all this time the frog doesn't eat anything. The offspring remain in its stomach even as tadpoles. And only having turned into frogs, they are born from the mother's mouth. This is the only frog species that bears baby in the stomach, and it lives in Australia. Darwin's frog, which lives in the forest streams of Chile and Argentina, does the same. In this species, the male swallows the eggs, but stores them not in the stomach, but in the vocal sacs. After 6 weeks, when the time comes for the frogs to be born, the father simply burps them. Megapode or incubator bird. Another caring father from the world of birds is the megapode that lives on the Pacific Islands and in Australia. The female builds a nest from fallen leaves and grass, lays eggs in it, and leaves. After that, the care of the offspring falls entirely on the father. For 11 months, it protects the laying and maintains a constant temperature of 33.3 degrees Celsius in the nest. Rotting leaves emit heat, and the male's featherless neck serves as a thermometer. To determine the temperature, it lowers its head into the nest several times an hour. According to scientists, the error of its measurements is only 0.1 degrees Celsius. If it is too hot in the nest, the father removes excess leaves and lets the eggs cool. If it is too cold, he collects new ones. Nandu. When talking about caring fathers, it would be wrong to remain silent about the Nandu, also known as Rhea. At first glance, his behavior is the behavior of a bully and womanizer. He collects a harem of 5 to 12 females and takes care of everyone in turn. But at the same time, he looks after his wives. He protects, helps to get food and build nests. But after the female lays her eggs, she can easily go looking for a new partner, and the Nandu father is left to take care of the offspring. He takes care of babies up to the age of 2. This heroic father can take care of up to 50 chicks at a time. Octopus. Octopuses, like alligators, are hard to imagine in the role of caring parents. But for the sake of its children, the octopus mother is ready for self-sacrifice. The female octopus lays up to 40,000 eggs at the same time and does not leave them a single step for 40 days. All this time she protects future octopuses from predators and enriches the water with oxygen, creating a flow of water using a siphon. Until the offspring is born, she does not eat anything and may die of hunger for the sake of giving birth to babies. Polar bear. A pregnant female must constantly look for food as it must double its weight. If this doesn't happen, then the fetus will be absorbed by its own body. During pregnancy and childbirth, the polar bear digs a lair in the snow and hibernates. At this time, it doesn't eat and may even oversleep the birth of cubs. Newborn cubs have no teeth and their eyes are closed. Mother anxiously takes care of them for 2 years until they reach puberty. Despite the fact that the polar bear can oversleep the birth of a bear cub, it patiently takes care of its native blood for 2 years. Knobbed hornbill. Such a rare name is given to birds from the island of Sulawesi. They make nests in tree cavities. The eggs of these birds are hunted by monitor lizards. So, to prevent the eggs from being stolen, the mother reduces the entrance to the nest. And she does it with her own feces. At the same time, the female hornbill guards the eggs walling up from predators in a hollow for 2 whole months. She has to be hungry. These are the sacrifices she is ready to make for the sake of motherhood. Giant isopod. The males of these animals are very insidious. They lure the females into the hole to mate. An unpleasant surprise awaits a fertilized female. The male collects a harem of 25 fertilized females. But the worst begins after. When the babies are ready to hatch, they eat the mother from the inside in order to get out. The birth of a selfless mother becomes the first and the last. She is ready to die for the sake of procreation. Of course, it is much easier to take care of a child when diapers and baby food are at hand, but animals have their own tricks, and most importantly, they have a great desire to raise and protect their offspring, thanks to which they could receive the title of Parent of the Year. Well friends, now you have found out which animals are the best parents. We hope you enjoyed this video and see you soon.